London Malayalam Radio.
Dear listeners, this is your Rj Ramya welcoming you to yet another edition of Star on LMR on London Malayalam Radio, where we meet high achievers to talk to them about their life, their career, and derive inspiration from that. On many occasions, we listen to a song that melts our heart, or indeed a rhythm that makes us dance and wonder about the face behind the voice, thinking who it might be. Today we have a chance not just to see, but to talk and share about life in general. We bring to you the one and only velvet voice singing sensation, Zaman Khan. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here with you guys. And thank you so much for having me. And thank you so much for all the kind words which you said during the introduction. And that's so sweet of you.
Lovely. That's no exaggeration. That's true. So welcome to the show. And how are you feeling?
Thank you. I am just feeling very good. And I am feeling so happy to be here.
Great. Lovely, lovely. So whenever we think of high achievers and great performers, I believe that everything lies in the seed and the atmosphere in which it grows. So can you tell us about your upbringing and early life and how your family and how you grew up?
Okay, so first of all, I belong to this traditional family of musicians that's called Rampur Sehswan Gharana. So that's supposed to be, one of the biggest gharana of Hindustani classical music in India and all over the world. So I belong to this whole family of musicians. And my great-grandfather, he was the first Padma Bhushan of India, Ustad Mushtaq Hussain Khan Sahab. My grandfather, Ustad Ghulam Sadiq Khan Sahab, he was the Padma Shri. And my father, Ustad Shakir Ahmad Khan, he himself is a president awardee. So you can just imagine the amount of burdens which I have on my shoulder. So yeah, so for me, music was that one thing which, that somehow I had to be there. But I had to but I never imagined, neither my family imagined that I would be, taking my family tradition more over to just another level, or maybe you can say just the opposite level, whatever was I listening to and whatever I am playing right now. So yeah, I was destined to just experiment with my, my lineage of classical musicians and whatever song I've grown up listening to.
That's great, because as you have just been saying that, you have so much classical knowledge, and probably it runs in your blood and genes as well. So being surrounded by so much of music and you really understand about what it's all about. So made the change in that, in fact, being almost immersed in classical music and coming into Western classical, what inspired you to do that?
You see, somehow I felt that probably I had to be, I had to be the flag bearer in my family to just take the tradition onto another level. Because I remember waking up and getting up in the morning and listening to the tunes of Tanpura, and in the evening listening to artists like Guns N' Roses, Pink Floyd, John Mayer, Eric Clapton. So it was probably the deadliest combination. So getting up in the morning listening to Tanpura, and then in the evening I'm listening to all sort of Western music. So it was like, I was a lot more inclined towards the Western side of music. And yes, that helped me a lot in discovering what different sound which I want to carry forward and which I want to take on to get my career onto. But I played it very smart. What I did, I just took my learnings from Indian classical with my family, and then I just fused all of my influences. So that's how I made my brand of music. So that literally helped me a lot.
Fabulous. And that is a wonderful creation of that fusion, which is very, very nice and welcoming. Thank you. So coming into, instrumental choices, once again, you have chosen a classical Western instrument in your specialization. So why the guitar, and what does the guitar mean to you? Because especially now that Fender has endorsed you on that, and, I came to know that also the Boat is listening accessories, one of the best ones, have endorsed you, which is, wow, amazing, fantastic. So how does that happen?
Thank you so much. See, I'll tell you one thing, I'll just say one thing, I am not the one who chose the guitar. I think guitar chose me.
Okay.
Because I am just so in love with this instrument that I can't even tell you. Like my day is my day is totally incomplete if I don't get up early and then I just rub my hands all over the guitars and just play something. There are times when I just even if it's 6 a.m. I'll wake up. There's this guitar lying right next to my bed. I'll just grab it. I'll just play on some tunes and then I start my day. So yeah, you can just say like me and my love for guitar. It's a never-ending conversation. So yeah, I remember when I used to learn keyboards first in my school days, and there was this moment when I entered the music room and I saw this guitar, and somehow I just fell in love with the whole instrument, and then I started learning guitars. And I started learning guitar from my mama, my uncle. He was a guitarist, and he taught me. He gave me basic lessons of Sarigama Padanisa, and you won't believe that for the next 4 hours that day, I kept on playing this simple tune, which was like. So it was like, this was just a simple thing. But for me, it was like, oh my God, I am actually playing the instrument. Like, I couldn't digest the fact that, the thing which I used to just stare, admire, it's right in my hand. And I am like, I've already crossed the first step to play the guitars. So, I mean, that was that one thing which I was very passionate about the instrument. So for me, guitar is like, it's something I breathe for.
Oh, fantastic. I think, when you just played this Sarigama, yeah, as you have been saying, you have been listening to Tanpura and then in the evening into Western. So that guitar has actually given you that flavor of classical and the Western bit together, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, for me, I think everyone who's listening to me out there, Indian classical has a lot to give out to the whole world.
Absolutely.
And we being the Indians, I think if our base of Indian classical, Hindustani classical music is sorted, then I think we can step and we can experiment with a lot of genres.
True. So true.
So that's that one thing. And then later when I started taking my basic classical knowledge with the Western influences, and that's what I started doing in my guitar solos and while I'm producing music or maybe while I'm writing music. So when that became the USP of mine and when that unique sound, it went on and on in front of the Indian audience, then was the time where I was approached by Fender.
Okay.
And I mean, this is that one guitar brand I used to dream for. And suddenly I got a call from them and they were like, we've been listening to your stuff, we've been listening to your solos, we've been listening to your music, and I think it would be an honor for us to have you on board as a Fender endorsee, as a face of Fender in India. And I was like so happy. I was like, oh my God.
Fabulous. I mean, I'm sure that must have been an amazing call to receive, to say that, that through you are representing one of your favorite instruments.
I mean, exactly. See, you feel, yeah, exactly. And that's that guitar brand which has been endorsed by the living legends. It's been endorsed by John Mayer. It's been endorsed by Eric Clapton. It's been endorsed by Jimmy Page. It's been endorsed by Jimi Hendrix. So yeah, I mean,
fabulous. And you are in that list. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. That's something which I feel so good about it, and I feel so blessed to be a part of this Fender family.
Excellent. Lovely, lovely. So looking at you now as a complete performer on the stage and a rocking musician, one cannot but wonder how it all began as a child. So were you a performer? I mean, you said you have done it, but have you been a performer all the way through? And
I've always been in love with the stage. So it's like, I still remember when I was a kid, I used to eagerly wait for the Teacher's Day, because that used to be that one very day where the students, they used to get the break and they used to get that particular window where they could just showcase their love and talent in front of the teachers. So I still remember it was my school where I performed, and you won't believe, I was so nervous that during the whole performance my eyes were closed. I was literally either I was looking at the ceiling or my eyes were totally closed because I was so nervous, and I didn't have any guts to face the audience. But no, gradually with time, I got rid of stage fear. I won't say 100%, but yeah, still there are my.
So we would like to, hear those few lines that you sang.
I just say, every time there's a Teacher's Day, I get that nostalgic kind of a feeling, because that was that very day when I first stepped on the stage and performed the first song of my life. So this is the song which I sang, and this was you won't believe, this was that one particular song which was really famous during that time. And I hope, and I'm sure all of us have grown up listening to this one. So this was the song which I sang. डूबा डूबा रहता हूँ आँखों में तेरी, दीवाना बन गया हूँ मैं चाहत में तेरी। डूबा डूबा रहता हूँ आँखों में तेरी, दीवाना बन गया हूँ मैं चाहत में तेरी। अब दिन गुजरते नहीं, रातें कटती नहीं, तेरी तस्वीर से बात बनती नहीं। वो आ जहाँ डूबा डूबा रहता हूँ आँखों में तेरी, दीवाना बन गया हूँ मैं चाहत में तेरी।
Lovely. Wow.
Wow, it just
Thank
takes me
you.
back to my school days.
It is beautiful, beautiful, wonderful song. Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So you have performed, you have had a very strong partnership with your brother and performed brilliantly in many, many events. And this is a relationship that has grown over many years from your childhood, probably from the day you were born and together all the way through. So were you mischievous as a child? Did you have any sibling rivalry or small fights and quarrels, childish pranks?
See, I won't say that. I mean, me and Salman, we never had any sibling rivalry since our childhood, because we were like, and we still are like the best of the friends. So for us, I mean, we were very clear that we have to make a band and we have to write our own music. So I mean, till now, still like we guys share that kind of a bond. Like I look up to him, he loves my work. So no, we guys are connected. So you can just say, we guys are more like soulmates. So
Wow.
it's like, and till the time you don't share that comfort level when it comes to making music, then I don't think so you will be able to survive. Because see, you need to be open with all sort of criticism. So there are times when I don't like stuff which Salman composes. I just be very blunt. I tell him that, what, I think we need to work over it. And there are times that when he doesn't like my guitar, if he's like, no, I think this is loud, you try a different thing. Bond and that kind of chemistry. And you know what? I mean, everyone asks us that mostly the band, they come together while they are in college or they're in school. But like our band, we formed it while we were living in the same room. So it's like every night we used to just sit down, write down some songs, and before we even perform, like when on stage, we had this whole masala of feed.
Lovely. I mean, that is so special, and I think that is a great blessing for you both, because not everybody gets that opportunity.
Exactly. I mean, that's the.
Yeah, that is really special. Very good. Congratulations. I mean, it is a great blessing for both of you. Fantastic.
Thank you
So from this, as you were saying, as a band, so beginnings, you move into your college life and Astitwa happens. So tell us about that. Very interesting choice of name, because, Astitwa doesn't, immediately people won't think it is a band name, but now everybody knows, obviously, that it is a fantastic band. But how did you choose that name?
So we guys were in college, and just like other college students, we guys were, after practicing, after the rehearsals, we guys were just sitting at a cafe having snacks and everything. And and we decided, I think we should just name ourselves. We should just find out a good name for the band. And us time there were random thoughts coming up, and you could just feel there were so many names. I mean, me and Salman, we were like, we should just name it like Salman and Zaman and Dirty Devils, and all sort of crazy names, because obviously you can't blame the intelligence level over there, because we were so young, and we were like full of okay, fine, full of energy, like we guys are supposed to start a band, we guys are about to start a band. So when all of us, when we calm down, we just ask this question from each one of us that why are we doing music and what are we doing music for? So then we came up with the term that I think we guys are doing music to make our own identity in this world. So identity and astitva. So that was that one thing which which just, and soon it became our own identity. So now it's like for us, astitva is like that one thing which makes us aware about everything. I mean, which makes our existence in the whole world of music.
Nice. I mean, that is a very special name and very, very nice, thoughtful, excellent.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
how did you form this band? So, did you think about calling certain people, or were they all your friends and one fine day you said you're going to make a band? Or was it from, you saw a few people and asked them to, perform and then select?
No, I think it has a very crazy story, because what happened, like my brother Salman, when he auditioned, when he got admission into the college, Ramjas College, Delhi University. So they had a band, but they never had a guitar player. Okay, so me and Salman, we've been like making music since the childhood. So one fine day, Salman just calls me up. He's like, you know what? I think my college needs a guitar player. And Salman told his college friends that, you know what? I've got a younger brother. He's a very good guitar player. I think I'll just ask him to come over and you can just listen to him. So I went there. Imagine I was in 12th standard wearing my school uniform and everything. I entered the college. So I just rehearsed with them and they loved my playing. And they were like, oh my God, you are just too good. And whatever it is after 12th, you are straight away coming to our college. And I was like, the whole world was totally new to me, because, imagine a schoolboy in 12th grade getting into the college wearing a school uniform, where people used to stare at me. They used to think, I think he's just trying to set a new, maybe style statement of wearing a school uniform and getting into the college. So I had, everyone used to stare at me like, how come there's this like kid wearing a school uniform with a guitar on, and then he's just walking inside the college. So I mean, that one moment that changed my entire life. So the whole 12th standard, I used to go to the school in the morning. The moment my school used to get over, I used to straight away go to the college and rehearse with them.
Okay.
So in 12th grade, I was living the life of a school kid plus a college guitar player simultaneously. So for me, kids, they have a dream that, one fine day we'll go to a college and we'll chill with friends and we'll have fun. And I was that one blessed soul who was just, living both the worlds together. And I still remember I was in 12th grade and I was traveling, I was touring with their whole college. I went to IIT Bombay to play competitions, IIT Kanpur. So,
Wow.
I had already lived that whole field while I was still in school.
Oh, that must have been an amazing experience. Excellent.
And then later on, when I went inside when I auditioned for the college examinations and everything, because in Delhi University we have this extracurricular activity thing, because I was a total average student. I scored somewhere around 70% in my 12th grade, because thanks to the college people, they were just dragging me here and there. So
Understandable.
so the moment yeah, exactly. So after my 12th boards, I applied for this ECA admission trials, and with the grace of Almighty, I topped the university over there. So then I got inside the college. Then I got an admission in Ramjas College, and from there we met Ayush. He's more like my elder brother, our drummer. Then we met James, then Rizwan. So it all started from there.
Nice. Lovely. Very nice. So, as a performing group, you have been the heartthrob of the college crowd for over 10 years now. So how do you manage to reinvent yourself and keep yourself, to current favorites? Because though many musicians are coming now through, so it's very difficult to keep up to date, isn't it? Because it keeps changing.
See, I think this is that one thing which I'll advise every single musician out there, and this goes out for me as well. It's very important to accept the change, to accept the fact that you can't be the same forever. Neither you can have the same amount of fans forever. Nor you can have the same love like from coming from the listeners again and again. So you have to, with time, you have to upgrade your sound. You have to upgrade maybe your songwriting. You just have to move on with the time. You have to literally evolve with the time. I mean, that's the only reason why we have things like beauty pageant, things like Miss World every year. Why do we have Indian Idol every year? Because the favoritism and the favoritism, that whole thing, it can't last forever. So with time, you need to grow, you need to evolve your sound, and with time you need to accept the fact that I think now is the time I should just stop. I should just learn that what is probably the trend going on, what does people want to listen to, and what is that something which I need to change in myself. I can't expect the whole world to change for me, but the best I can do is I should be the one who should be flexible enough to just adapt to every situation, or maybe every genre of music people want to listen to. So that's that one thing which we have thanks to the whole management, thanks to Rajat, thanks to the whole YE team, that every 6 months we guys sit down and we guys jot down some points, and we were like, yo, I think we've done this much for 6 months. For the next 6 months, I think we guys gonna focus upon this, because this is what people want. So this has been the main motive of the growth, you can say.
Excellent. That is such a valid and very, very valuable, I would say, for all the musicians and everybody. In fact, whatever you do, you have to self-evaluate and see how you can grow. That's the only way to grow, and that is the only way to prosper.
I feel that you're you yourself are the best critics of your own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent. That is a really, really valuable thing. So from your own creations, so please could you sing a few lines for us, please? One of your favorite songs.
Okay, so I am gonna sing one of my favorite songs. It's I know out of all the songs which I have composed, I have written down, this holds a very special position in my heart. It's called Gumshuda. And while I was writing this song, the first verse, I was like, I am gonna just write something totally out of the box. So the more you listen to the song, you will realize that there are songs which they praise it, which they talk about कि मैं हवा का झोंका हूँ, मैं ये हूँ, मैं उड़ता परिंदा हूँ यो. But for this very song, I thought, let me just get out of the box. Let me just write something totally opposite to it. So the song talks about just being yourself. The song talks about just falling in love with your own self. So this is called Gumshuda.
Okay.
हवा का झोंका मैं नहीं हूँ, उड़ता परिंदा भी मैं नहीं हूँ, तूफानी बादल भी मैं नहीं, लहरों की तरह बहना चाहूँ कहीं छूटे हैं सारे वादे, मैं सही हूँ जिसके नहीं इरादे, मैं वही हूँ किस्मत की सिहाई मेरी सही, पर लिखने वाला ना लिखने वाला हूँ मैं नहीं, गुमशुदा होना चाहूँ, लापता होना चाहूँ, गुमशुदा होना चाहूँ, लापता
lyrics. Lovely, lovely.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful lyrics. Excellent. Very, very nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, over the years, your unique selling point for Zaman Khan has been the ability to mix different genres of music together and to, provide ultimate fusion tracks. So to become specialized in this form of entertainment, one understands that you should really have a very deep knowledge of music and different types of music as well. So how do you manage that?
See, for me, I think the best way to experiment with lots and lots of genre is like, you should be open to a lot of good music, and you should definitely start experimenting over your listening power, and you should listen to a lot of good music. So what do? I mean, I choose a genre to experiment on and to listen every week.
Okay.
So on Monday, one week I'll give my 1 week to jazz. So probably so this whole week I'll be just listening to a lot of jazz music, not just the Indian jazz, but probably different parts of the world. Maybe just going and not binding myself to one particular language. So at that particular, like every week I choose a genre. So I'll say that, okay, this week I'm going to be listening to jazz, and next week, I'll listen to blues. So by the end of every week, I'll try to come up with my own creation, or maybe my songwriting with a pinch of jazz into it. Or
Okay.
once I'm done listening to blues, or once I'm done taking all the ideas from whatever, how the blues music and how the bar goes, how the ups and down goes of that particular genre, I try to experiment, and I just try to add a pinch of that particular genre in my singing style or in my songwriting style. So I mean, that's what I do, and that so far that's been working really great for me. And another thing which I usually do, and which I'll advise everyone out there, for one, probably a Sunday or whenever you're totally free and when you've got ample amount of time to listen to music, for one, just connect your phone with a Bluetooth speaker or whatever music application you choose it. Let that application be on a total shuffle mode.
Okay.
So just don't touch your phone and let the application make you introduced to a lot of good artists. And ऐसे मैं करता हूँ, like I just leave my phone aside, and and you won't believe I've discovered so many new styles of music out there, because I'm not controlling the phone. It's the application. Sometimes, like suddenly you'll listen a song coming from Africa, and you will end up Googling about that particular artist. So like you have to be very open, and your dimension should be really vast while listening. So I think you should definitely try this out. Like, let the music application surprise you with new music.
Absolutely. I'm going to do that tomorrow, the weekend. Definitely.
Surely.
Because, that really, as you said, widens our knowledge. If we are stuck to one particular, for example, melody, and then
Exactly,
you will
because
never
you see,
explore, or you will never learn, actually.
See, because to create new, I think you should start listening new.
Absolutely.
If you want to create new, then I think you should definitely listen to something new.
That is so true. Fantastic. Yes, definitely. Because when you move on to your band, so usually when band gets together and becomes really successful, as you have been, so next step, is it into movies, music direction, and what is the case with you also? I mean, you have also directed one of the music you have composed, isn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, we obviously my love for music has been growing every day, every passing second, and with that particular thing, like we've even taken our brand of music to different steps and different zones. So I mean, I still remember like starting off as a independent musician and then composing songs for Bollywood and singing them. So yeah, I mean, I am very open to both the things, because I mean, obviously the next step has to be Bollywood, either to compose for Bollywood or to sing for Bollywood. Though we've even we've even composed music for a couple of movies. Like we even gave this, it was a chartbuster song. The song's called "Bhool Na Jana." So we composed it, and it was featured as the OST for that's called the original soundtrack. That's something which Bollywood isn't that familiar of, because in Bollywood movies we have this whole 6-song album, and there's this song at every situation. But if you watch a lot of Hollywood movies, they have that one particular song that defines the whole movie.
Okay.
So we were the first artists who gave the OST for a Bollywood movie, and that was the biggest thing for an independent band to being in Delhi and cracking the mainstream over there.
That is
So I
amazing.
mean, thank you so much. So after doing that, I think we were like, okay, fine, we guys can definitely take this music to a different step.
Level.
So then, I mean, we chose that, yes, definitely after independent, whatever music we guys are releasing independently, I think the next step would definitely be Bollywood, and you'll be listening to a lot of good songs composed by us and sung by me or sung by us very soon in Bollywood.
We are really looking forward to that day soon, and I'm sure that is going to happen soon, and which is really very nice because it complements each other. You complement each other when you are doing music composing. That gives you a different kind of audience, and the independent albums that you're producing. So
Exactly.
you are expanding your horizon of audience of listeners probably.
See, at the end of the day, I just want to make music. I don't care if my music is releasing through Bollywood or if I'm just releasing music on an independent label.
True.
And trust me, whoever is listening to me out there, especially musicians, I think all the musicians they should be they should be brave enough and they should be bold enough to release out their stuff. Because I like, coming from the independent music background, I love composing with the independent mind. With Bollywood, yes, you have to compose during a particular, like you have to compose over a situation, or you have to compose over a theme. But when it comes to independent music, I think you just have to follow your heart. That's it.
So true, so true. Very nice. So in your career so far, you have worked with so many array of fantastic musicians with multiple streams of music as well. So when you think about, who you would like to collaborate with and what are the kinds of things that you would look into a musician, who would it be?
See, okay, if you talk about collaboration, I mean, last month, a couple of months back, I released this song called Hum Saath Hain, where I wrote a song, I composed this song. It talks about being together during this pandemic, and it's just that it comes out with a tagline that we are in this together and we'll win this together. So a couple of months back, I did this collaboration, and collaborating with different artists, it's although a different feeling because you just you feel connected.
True.
So, and if I talk about my dream collaboration, then it definitely it has to be the amazing, the Mr. A.R. Rahman, because I literally look up to him, and he is the living legend out there. And not just his music. If it's just not his music which makes him special, it's all his personality. I mean, the way he is so calm, the way he's so composed, and the way he is so humble. I mean, imagine a man who started his journey from Bollywood is ruling the whole world. I mean, he's got the Oscars, he's got the Grammy, and still he is so down to earth. So that is that one person. So that's going to be my dream collaboration.
Excellent. And we are all great fans of A.R. Rahman as well. And we are really looking forward to that. And I hope he's also listening
Definitely,
to this. And soon you would be getting a call from him. Best wishes for that.
Inshallah, for sure. I mean, that's gonna be the best day of my life.
Absolutely. It'll be soon arriving. So as part of your creations, we come to Zaman Khan. So a brilliant venture that showcases the potential and talent. And you can tell us about beginnings of this project and sing a few lines as well, please, as you develop this.
Okay, so what I am, I started off with Astitva, and and then later people started and I used to start posting. I used to post those small 15-20 seconds clip on Instagram where I used to just sing those soft old retro songs in my with my renditions. And gradually, I didn't realize that with every other video, I was literally trending on that particular application. And people, they used to come back and they used to write me, why don't you just start your own brand, and why don't you just start your own particular project where you just either release your independent stuff or you sing songs which are beautifully composed, sing those retro songs. So that's how I got this idea of Zaman Khan. And I mean that, and this project, it's very, I mean, it's very sweet. I don't even record song properly. They're just me, Zaman, with my phone camera. So that's like Zam Cam. So
Okay.
that's how it all started. So it's like, so if I'm sitting out or if I'm just traveling, I'll quickly connect my camera. I'll just record a song and I just post it. And with time, you won't believe, like within probably an year, I was trending all over Instagram, and that's how people started falling in love with it. So that's when I decided that I think if people want it, then I should just start going live with it. So then we started touring with it, and touch wood, so far the response have been amazing.
Sure.
And
Fabulous.
now for the probably next year, maybe by the end of this year, I would definitely release an EP or maybe an album of 6 songs with all sort of my kind of like renditions and my kind of songwriting.
Nice. That's really good. Because, as you said, just in front of the camera, sometimes you just will be very spontaneous and dil say you just write and sing, which is that can attract a lot of people rather than when we sit and think, oh, what should I write? You might not get the right words, and suddenly you just get flow when you are in front of the camera.
I mean that's how music should be. I mean, it should straight away come in from the heart.
True.
And that's when you have to realize that you don't need to get into a situation, okay, like you don't have to decide that, or you don't have to plan a song.
Absolutely.
That tomorrow morning I'll get up at 11, I'll have a coffee and I'll start writing a song. No,
right.
you won't ever write a song like that.
True.
Usually best of the songs, like my personal experience, I mostly, whenever I'm traveling or maybe I'm just sitting or boarding a flight or I'm just sitting idle in the flight, that's that particular moment where a lot of melodies, they're just bombarding my mind, and that's that very moment where I compose songs, or maybe I'm just traveling, or maybe I'm just driving alone. So that's like you can't time, or you can never ever plan writing a song.
Absolutely. And that is why probably a lot of people are able to connect with what you're singing and what those lyrics are. So they are able to relate to it even better.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you. So, you have played in many venues, different places and different situations as well. You have entertained so many audiences throughout the world. But in all of this, there must be something that's really very special, close to your heart. Any venue or situation that is unforgettable that you would like to share with us, please?
Okay, so this is that one situation, like whenever I talk about this situation, trust me, I get goosebumps, So what happened, like back in 2010, India hosted the Commonwealth Games, and it was, and it took place in New Delhi, and I'm a typical Delhi boy, I belong to New Delhi. So what happened, so there was this concert which took place at Central Park. So Central Park, Connaught Place, is said to be the prime location of Delhi, and it's said to be the heart of Delhi. So over there's this place it's a park called Central Park, where it's a 360-degree park. It's a huge park. So a night before the concert, me and my brother Salman, we guys were just sitting and we guys were discussing that, what, I think we should write something for Delhi, and we should just write something for the love of Delhi, and let's just play for all the Delhi people. Let's just play for all the Delhi wale. So we were like, okay, fine. And we wrote that song. We composed that song. You won't believe. And we composed that song in a couple of hours.
Okay.
And on the very next day, while we were performing the concert, so it was somewhere around 20 to 25,000 people listening to us, and the whole of Delhi was there. So as a gesture, we announced that, okay, fine, this is the song which we composed last night, and this is our creation, and this is our dedication for Delhi, for the people of Delhi, and for the love of Delhi. अब हम लोगों ने play कर दिया, and trust me, we received so much of love on that very song, and everyone enjoyed. So okay, we guys were very happy about it. Okay, we did such a great concert. Very next day, we guys got a call from the CM house, and we were like stunned. And at that point of time, there was a call saying that, okay, so the CM of Delhi, she wants to meet you, and this was coming from the CM, late Mrs. Sheila Dikshit. So she called us up, and she was like, okay, I would like to meet you guys, and we were all excited. We were like, and pehle to hum log ko yakin hi nahi hua. We were not being able to believe that fact that, I mean, young girls, college kids, they know they're getting a call from the CM house.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, fine, let's go. So we went there, and the first time when you're sitting in the CM's office, and the CM is the Chief Minister of Delhi, standing right in front of you. So she asked us, "Can you just play that song once again?" And we were like, "Okay, let's do this." So we started playing that song, and I mean, she loved it, and her reaction was like, "Did you guys write it?" And we were like, "Yeah, ma'am, we composed it for the love of Delhi, and because." And she was so happy, and then she was like, "You know what? Kids, record this song and just send the recording to me as soon as possible, because the moment you record this song, I am gonna name this song as the official Delhi anthem."
Oh, wow.
And
Fantastic.
that was the moment, which which just it still gives me goosebumps. I mean, being a Delhiite, that would be the best gift for your particular city.
Absolutely. Oh, fantastic. And you still remember those moments as always whenever you pass through Connaught Place and the Central
Definitely,
Park.
and moreover, and the next step which happened, I mean, on that very year, like while at the 26th January Republic Day parade, you
Mhm.
know, the tableau of Delhi ki jhaki jab aayi, so it was our song which was being played over there. So it was in the entire history of independent musicians and in the entire history of the bands, we were the only band to compose music for the Delhi tableau.
Wow, wow, wow. That is such a great honor and privilege. Congratulations.
Exactly. I
Best
mean,
wishes.
thank you so
Fabulous,
much. Thank you so much.
fabulous.
Thank you so much.
Excellent, excellent. So we will really definitely like to listen to that Delhi anthem, please.
Okay, I'll just sing a couple of lines of that very song. So I hope you guys love this one. This is where I belong. Delhi's my home. 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 सारे रंग हैं, सारे संग हैं, छोटी छोटी गलियों में ऊंची पतंग है, सारे रंग हैं, सारे संग हैं, छोटी छोटी गलियों में ऊंची पतंग है, हौसले हम में कुछ कर दिखाने के, रुके ना रुके हम, रुके ना रुके हम, सलामत रहे तू रोशन रहे, है सबकी दुआ दिल्ली, सलामत रहे तू रोशन रहे, है सबकी दुआ दिल्ली. This is where I belong. Delhi's my home. This is where I belong. Delhi's my home.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Very, very nice. Even though I don't belong to Delhi, I feel, oh wow, that's really nice.
Oh wow. And you won't be, and people of Delhi, they were literally, because during that particular year, the Commonwealth Games, this song was all over the place. You switch on the radio, and they used to listen to Salamat Rahe,
Absolutely.
Roshan Rahe. And it was such a good feeling. I mean, I'm driving and suddenly I tune into a radio station and it's playing my song.
That is such a lovely, lovely feeling. Lovely. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Superb. So I just wanted to talk to you about your recent collaboration with Priya Banerjee and, Gaur Khan as well. And she always tells that she loves performing with you, Gaur Khan especially.
Thank you so much. I mean, that's so sweet of her. I mean, Gaur Khan and Priya Banerjee, like if I talk about the collaboration with Priya Banerjee, and so like Priya happens to be a very talented actor and a singer as well. So it was like during the lockdown, so me and my management, we decided that we should not let people get all those negative thoughts, because during that whole period everyone was very scared. They were they were scared of the virus. They were scared of, I mean, the losses, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So we decided, I think it's our responsibility, being, being the influencers, being the creative people, being that the one thing where people look look out for us. So everyone. So we decided that I think we should, every now and then, we should start giving them the doses of our music.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to do a lot of live sessions, like coming live again and again on Instagram, just to make people aware that, what, it's just a small phase. It will pass. It will pass, and we're gonna make sure that we'll keep entertaining you, so that you guys don't get all those negative thoughts. So I did a lot of collaborations during my Instagram live session. So me and Priya Banerjee, we did a live session together, and somehow after the live session, we decided that, what, we should just collaborate for a song. So then both of us decided that every Sunday we guys will just release, or sing best of the retro songs sung by Kishore Da, songs sung by Rafi Saab. So that's
Okay.
how we came up with the brand of Sing Along Sundays.
Uh-huh.
So every Sunday, we guys, I am stuck in Delhi, and she's from Mumbai right now. She's in Mumbai right now. So every Sunday, we guys record, we guys video conference each other, and we rehearse, and then every Sunday we release this video, and you won't believe the amount of love which we guys are getting.
I can totally imagine. I mean, that is such a nice way of connecting with people and staying in touch with music, and a lot of people will be able to associate with that.
And the same thing happened with Gohar Khan. I mean, both of us were doing a live session, and she was so happy. I mean, I was literally making her sing, and she sounded so beautiful.
Oh, she's a lovely singer as well.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So, for a lot of people, just as you were mentioning, so entertainers, performing musicians, life is going through a big challenging times at the present due to the virus, as you were mentioning. But, it has made people think differently as well about music, about life in general. So where do you see yourself in the future, how it would be, or have you got any future projects planned?
Okay, so I mean, I'll be very honest. I mean, this pandemic, this has literally taught us a lot of things. And being a musician, I mean, yes, I got a lot of time in writing my own music and writing a lot of new music during this whole lockdown. But on the other hand, I came up with a few of the different ventures which I always used to plan and think of. And then during this period of time, I decided that, what, I should definitely, and that's what I'm planning to set up my own academy of music, where I would be, where I would be sharing all of my music knowledge, where I would be sharing all of my performance experiences, where I would be, selling, telling everyone, and where I would be, sharing this whole idea of singing and songwriting. So that's what I have come up with, that, within probably a month or in couple of months, I would definitely, come out with my own academy of music, where I would be teaching kids, where I would be telling them that, this is what you have to do to be a musician, and this is what you don't have to do if you're planning to do music. So this is what I have in mind. And I mean, let's just see if this thing work out, because as an experiment, couple of months back, like last month only, I just posted this one thing, and I just announced that, what, I'm planning to give out lessons, and I'm planning to start my own guitar lessons on Zoom. So you won't believe, my email and my Instagram inbox, it was bombarded with texts, and there were people, okay, we want to learn, we want to join. So after seeing that amount of love, and after seeing that amount of that eagerness to learn, so I decided that I think the moment things get finalized, the things get better, I would definitely start off with my academy of music.
Which is very, very nice. So as we were saying, we can think differently because you started to do that. And with, online platform, you might not restrict yourself to Delhi people, students in Delhi. It might be India, all over the world. You might have students all over the world who will want to learn.
And that's what, and you won't believe, like recently, because I am giving sort of vocal lessons and guitar lessons. So there's a student of mine, she stays in Australia, and she sounds so good. After a couple of classes, she was like, I don't feel that confident, and I think, I'm very afraid of rejections and everything. And she was, she was like, she had everything. She's very talented, but she didn't have that confidence to face the world. So I was like, you know what, let me just collaborate with you for that one very song. And now she is, she is on a different level. Now she's like, you know what, let's just do that video again. Let's just release another song. So that's how you boost the confidence. That's how you take people and introduce them to a different dimensions of positivity.
Absolutely. And that is a fantastic role of a teacher that you have done, that giving her the confidence and to say
Thank
that,
you so
yes,
much.
you can do it is really, really amazing and very welcoming as well. And as you were saying, that things not to do, because, a lot of YouTube videos, or there might be posts saying that, oh, do this, do that, hours of riyas and things, but people might not know that don't do these things. So don't waste your
Exactly.
time doing these things. So that is very, very
Exactly.
important.
Exactly. Because all of us we run over the path where I need to do this, I need to do that. If you do this, you will get this. For one, just sit down and try to jot down things which you should not do.
True.
And they act like hacks to achieve goals in a short period of time. And that's something where people don't even focus upon.
True.
So my whole idea would be telling people not to do this.
That's very, very important cue as well. Fabulous. That is really very nice and important. So when you were talking about your academy, so I also heard that, there is a chord.in, which is a thing that you fix in the guitar. Can you please explain if I'm wrong about
okay,
it?
it's a very cool device, and it gets fit onto your fretboard. And the device it's out on YouTube. You can definitely check out this device. It's been launched by my very dear friend Ronak and this very amazing musician Salim Suleiman. So we guys collaborated, and we were like, let's just release this device where everyone can play guitar in less than half an hour.
Okay.
And they would be just playing guitar good enough to support their vocals. So it's a device which helps you play guitar very quickly. Wait, I think I might be just having yeah, okay, I got it. So this is the device.
Okay.
So it gets fit onto your fit onto your fretboard, and then you can just press these buttons, and you can just play the chords accordingly.
Okay. Oh, nice. Probably I'll go and get the guitar for myself and that one tomorrow.
And you can definitely play the guitars.
Oh, sure. Lovely. That is so encouraging, isn't it? Because when you, even if you're not a confident singer, and when you have a guitar, when you have an instrument accompanying you singing, that gives more confidence to say, oh, probably I don't sound that bad.
No, and you know what? So while I was marketing, and while I was promoting this device, there were a lot of criticism which I faced. There were so many musicians. They were like, how can you, there are musicians which have worked day and night, and they have done a lot of riyas to reach up to this level, and how can you give a crack in the market where people will be able to play guitars in 30 minutes? That's totally unfair to them. So I was like, I was totally calm. I was like, okay, let them say. But then I just replied this one thing that, I'm a musician. For me, I want to see music at every corner of the world.
Correct.
You can't be so biased. You can't be just full of yourself where you just see you and only you playing guitars and only you singing. So for me, it was like, I am going to make sure that everyone out there, they should just get out of the stress. Imagine an office going guy who doesn't have time to spare out 2 or 2.5 hours to practice and learn. So he can just plug in this device, and he can just take away all the stress, and he can just sing out loud for himself.
Absolutely.
So this was the whole motive behind collaborating with this device.
That is a very, very nice idea and fantastic, because as you rightly said, people who don't know how to play, that encourages people to play. I mean, when you are interested in music and you want to learn an instrument, obviously you're going to get better at it and improve. But people who are scared to go in, this is a step forward. And then if they like it, probably they'll take the device out and learn properly to go on to further things, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, so the whole idea was that not to ask people to learn the guitar. It was just the thing that if you want to play the guitar, just play it for yourself. If you really want to play for the world, if you want to learn, then obviously you'll opt for learning. But if you just want to play to relax, or if you just want to play for yourself, or maybe if you just want to, write song and play it to your family members, so that's the best device.
Absolutely, so true. Very,
So
very,
basically, the whole
very
motive is
thoughtful.
basically the whole motive is to make sure that music is everywhere.
True. Wow, that is such a innovative thought. Fabulous, fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right. So, indeed, now the very tough times we were talking about. So, I'm sure our audience would love to hear an uplifting song from you to raise their moods and their spirits. So, if you can.
Okay, I am just so I would just sing one song which is it's a very favorite song of mine. It's been composed by Salim Suleiman, and I always listen to this song whenever I am sad or whenever I'm feeling depressed.
Okay.
So this song's called Asha, and I hope every one of you gonna love this one. कुछ पाने की हो आस आस, कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं, हर कोशिश में हो बार बार करे दरियाओं को पार पार आशाएं, कुछ पाने की हो आस आस, कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं, हर कोशिश में हो बार बार करे दरियाओं को पार पार आशाएं, तूफानों को चीर के मंजिलों को छीन ले, आशाएं मिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी, आशाएं मिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी.
Hey,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. कोई भी मुश्किल नहीं है. Fabulous, fabulous.
बिल्कुल.
Super. Thank you so much. Brilliant. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed our conversation where we got an insight to your challenges, achievements, a splendid career, and may it go a long way with a lot of success. And it has been a very inspirational chat, because sometimes we just chat for fun, but then everything you said had some teaching or some learning for all of us and everybody else. So I'm sure it was a fabulous conversation.
Thank you so much. And I'm just waiting for things to get better, and whenever I would be touring London, I would definitely see you guys live.
Absolutely. We are really looking forward to that. So thank you for spending the time with us on Star on LMR. This is your host, Rj Ramya, signing off with a virtual Vanakkam on London Malayalam Radio. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
LMR, London Malayalam Radio.